Yo, what's poppin'? What's happening, guys? I just wanted to pop in today. No breakdown. I wanted to tell you guys a story of how I lost money in the markets. Oh my god. Oh. So, yeah, man, it's not all ups. Like, whoever told you it's all ups is a liar. I mean, if you're an absolute killer and all you do is win and you're just unstoppable, then hey, that's sick. But I don't know one person who's ever done that. So yeah, I thought it'd be important to just share a story about like how I lost money and like the reason why I lost it. Because honestly, like now that I've learned from that lesson, like it's such a good advantage to have that I reflected back on it. But anyways, I'm gonna jump right into it. So at the beginning of summer, I started fiddling around with options. Now, for those who don't know, options trading is essentially stocks on steroids in terms of like volatility. So, after doing a lot of studying on stocks, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to put some side money in an account and then I'm going to fiddle around with options. I want to have some fun. So, I gave it a go. Started off with 1,000 and then literally that this summer was so hot. It was crazy. Like patterns were the tech sector was blasting off. So I took my account this summer from 1K to 7K, and I was ecstatic. Like literally by the end of summer, I was laughing. I was like, "Oh my god, bro, I'm so good at this. Like, this is so easy." Like I was like, "This is the best." Well, for 2 months straight after August, well after July or June, July, and August. September and October were dry months for me in the options trading. Like it was, I pretty much gave all of it back. So I took my account from 1K to 7K, and then I slowly gave it all back because I was trying to place bull trades in a choppy ass market. Like the market wasn't going straight up like it was in the summer, especially for tech stocks. So I was placing trades in a choppy market and I was literally watching my gains wither away just like that. Like and it was tough. Like um I'll say this, the good thing I did was I managed the size of my trades well, because if I didn't, my account would have been at zero. And thankfully it didn't get back to zero because it got to a point like I went from 1 to 7, and then when it hit like 1.5, I literally was like, "You know what? I'm not touching options until I see a perfect setup." And it just made me realize like, and that setup was lemonade, and it was a 10 bagger. Like I completely, now my account's back to where it was, right? So I learned a massive lesson just now, and it was literally like, "Hey man." And it's funny because like my mentor always says it, but it never sunk in until this past trade, and watching all my gains from the summer wither away, right? But my mentor would always say, watch the higher low in your account. Like make a higher low and promise yourself that you're not going to break that higher low in your account. And I would always tell myself, and like on the way down during the summer, I was like, yeah, like it went from 1K to 7, and then I was like, yeah, 5K is my higher low. But then I got to 5K and I didn't crack down looking for that perfect trade. And I did that all the way down to 1.5, man, pretty much. But then I realized that, like, that's what you have to do. You have to bunker down and focus heavily once you reach that point in your account where you're like, I don't want to go any lower than this. Like, it was such a good learning lesson. So basically, like, to break it down, I kind of drew out like like just a little diagram here for you guys to understand. But essentially, the reason why my account went from 1K to 7K back down to 1 was because I didn't respect the higher low in my account. You know what I mean? Like, and this is what happens when you don't respect higher lows in your account. Like, just like a regular uptrend, you want it to do this up, come back down a little bit, go back up. You want that for your account as well, right? Well, what I didn't do was pay attention to where that level was. So thankfully, I had capital left, and thankfully, I was focused and locked in to find that lemonade trade, um, because it really magnified this lesson for me. Like, it's super powerful. Like, when you take time to reflect and like really try to learn from why you lost. So, you know what? Like, I figured, hey, man, I'm going to come on here today and kind of share that with you guys. Cause, like, man, everyone, like, I find that does this successfully, they never show their, like, losses and shit like that on their accounts. It's like, dude, like, it's not all winning. You have to, like, strategically, and psychology wise, it's tough, right? Like, watching your account go down, like, but knowing what to do now when that situation occurs, like, I feel so much more comfortable. Like, and now that I actually know how to act when I get to that higher low, like, man, it just makes me so excited for the future, like, so yeah, I thought I'd come up on here today and explain that to you guys today, because like, if you're not careful when you're investing in stocks, man, shit can go south. So I thought I'd share that story from my perspective. So it was like something that I went through, so you guys don't have to. So there you go, guys. Be safe, and always respect the risk, and just take it easy. Don't do options unless you know your stuff. That's 100%. Peace, guys.